You were calling for me?
Yes. Uh, hmm, an old lady at the town shop told us that you are well versed in fauna, or flower or fauna.
You're from Lazarus, then.
We are visitors to Lazarus in search of a hmm, exotic plant in the depths of the abandoned mine.
Well, I'm afraid that looking for plants in Eox is a bit of a dead end. But come in. You don't need those oxygen masks as long as you're within here. The plants sustain quite enough for it.
Couple will take their mask off, just to try it. Try to see if the oxygen here is sufficient.
Um, as you do, Kamu, your kind of weird, your undeath, as it were, makes it kind of difficult. You could like feel kind of like your pulse accepting more oxygen, but it doesn't like physically affect you in any way. But you do kind of like sense that there is more oxygen in this place.
Meridian, hold off on taking it off, taking the mask off. See if you do it for 1 second. See if there's is enough oxygen.
What? You're standing there just fine with it off.
Mm,
You know,
we
for
have
someone who's
a
trying to stop Kasuk from going off and killing herself, you're pretty reckless yourself. She just takes her mask off.
okay.
Okay, I will also take my mask off.
Mercy, as you do, you feel that the air is breathable here. It's not like I guess you weren't stepping outside in the brunt of it with that with the poisonous kind of thin atmosphere, but it is breathable in here.
I don't like how you like wording this. I'm gonna assume we shouldn't stay too long, anyways. If you could really just give us directions to the mine, we would really appreciate it.
The mine? I don't know what you're referring to.
We are
Like
informed that
south.
there's a abandoned mine next to the south pole of Eos.
The South Pole. Oh, the ruins. Yes,
Yes, the
I've
ruins.
visited a bit. Some old thing that was there before even I approached. Um, I'm sorry to stop you on your travels, but are you a doctor or something? Do you have serums of healing on you? Anything, or just a place to leave people where we can pick them up?
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm a bit of a botanist. Is there someone hurt? Do you need assistance? You're out quite a far ways from civilization.
Yes, our
Yeah, our
friend.
friend's about to die.
Our friend is attacked by the glass serpent.
Ah, the venom of the glass serpent is very. It is detrimental, especially to living beings. I might have an antivenom, however. I can tend to your friend if you would like.
Okay,
We
great. I
would
will
be
shoot a message to the skiff.
we would be in your debt.
You shoot your message to the skiff, Mercy, and before long, your entire crew is in here with enough breathable atmosphere. They've kind of come out. Kasuk has been kind of like wheeled out. You see that Corin has kind of set her up like on like a table somewhere. As you see, he's kind of like fixing up herbs and plants. She's still unconscious.
If if we may ask, Corin, what
Mm.
why living out here alone instead of perhaps with the people of Lazarus 12 or with the cities on Eox.
City life never really suited me. I find the inhabitants prickly for my tastes. I I understand it might seem weird to live off alone here away from Lazarus, and the people of Lazarus are very nice, but well, this is where my home has always been. It wouldn't feel right to leave it. I have a lot of memories here, and
We see
Memories.
that, and we also could see, could tell that the life here has worked out well for you. Kama looks around at the plant.
well, it certainly has suited me better alive than it certainly suited me better dead than when I was alive. He kind of laughs at his own joke.
You were alive once? I thought that was like the ancestors that
Well,
were the ones that are alive.
no. Oh, you're talking about the Elibrians.
Oh,
It's
a
completely
different.
understandable. Most people just lump all us undead together. I'm actually a Hadrigan.
Ah. Oh.
The, so,
Little too many eyes to be an Elibrian.
So, like, what's your history then?
Are you asking a dead man how he died?
Yes.
I don't take offense to it. It was a sickness that took me. Very sad. It's common across some Hadrigan. Not entirely pleasant, I will say. The medications and the treatments and the whatnot, but eventually it did claim me and I did pass.
So, how are you undead now? Is it because you died on Eox? Is there like magic here? That makes it.
Magic of the Bone Sages, perhaps, but it's not. I assure you, if you die here on Eox, you will not be brought back. It was my paramour actually who returned me from the dead.
Oh, so happy ending? You guys are still together?
I'm afraid that even magic of necromancy has its cost.
Oh,
pardon us for the intrusion, but how does that how does that process work? To resurrect your loved one?
I'm not entirely sure. I simply died on my deathbed, surrounded by the one that I had loved most, ready to return and into the drift, back to whatever afterlife awaited me. And then I awoke back in this place to the sunken face of my paramour.
Hmm.
It's a great act of love, isn't it, to bring someone back, but it is not something that comes without cost. Their skin had become pallid, and I could see their weary eyes tired from perhaps years even of grief. In dying somehow, in their plight to bring me back, I can't help but wondered if I had robbed them of what was rest of their life. If they would not rest easier, allowing me to continue in the afterlife. Oh, I don't want to bore you with my sad, sordid tales. That was quite a long time ago, but if you are looking for methods of resurrection, I would advise against it.
Well,
I get many requests like that, actually. You're not the first to ask how to bring someone back.
we're asking that process, not for the purpose that you expected for us to. Don't. Never mind. Thank you for sharing this story of you and your paramour. We are sorry to.
Life
hear
in
what-
this packed world was never meant to be eternal. At least I don't think so. And although I am perhaps blessed or cursed with immortality now, well, that is the way of the world. I will
Or
look after your friend, for where you must have come into quite a scuffle. I can administer that anti-venom for her. But please feel free to rest here a while. You seem quite wary from whatever you've attacked, at least for a small bit before you head out to the temples.
those are wise words. Thank you.
Of course. I don't, when travelers come, I think perhaps the greatest part of the living experience is being able to share things with friends, with fellow travelers. Sordid tales, laughter and tears. It is the greatest
Indeed.
part about being able to grace this planet. I will be heading back to my studies. Please make yourselves as home as best you can. Try not to wander too close to the open windows. The oxygen is concentrated enough in here that you will be fine, but I worry what happens to your squishy lungs if you try to breathe some of that poisonous atmosphere. And they kind of nod and they pick up their little watering can and they head back as you all are here in this undead greenhouse.
Why were you asking those questions? Did you remember something about your past?
Hmm.
Looking to be a
No.
Oh, you want to bring
necromancer,
Chalice?
are you, Kamu? A little bit of a
No.
branch from operative, but no, I think you can swing it. You've already got the kind of skeleton look going. She kind of like flicks at one of your antlers.
Come, that's a little. That's like a little dodge, and then gives up on it and just stands there. If you insist.
I don't know about you all, but I am going to take a quick break before we head over to whatever this temple is and finish up our mission and go the hell home.
Mercy, you took quite a few hits from that creature. You should also get a short rest. Well, we could. We do not know what is ahead of us in the ruins. What is waiting for us in the ruins.
I want to explore this place. What if he has like ancient tomes of magic and stuff? And I
I
can
would say you guys
blast
have
my.
like a good amount of time before you have it. If you would like to, I would incorporate that into your short rest to also, if you wanted to walk around the
Yay!
greenhouse.
I want to walk around.
Would you like to do that before or after your short rest?
Ooh.
Oh, after.
Okay. So you begin to walk around the greenhouse. There's not too much. There's kind of like an upper floor. There's a couple of side rooms. There's a side room where Kasuk is laying right now. And then there's a couple other ruins. Corin is kind of like walking around, actually chatting with Vernon about as Vernon's kind of like looking at the plants and everything, and they're talking about that. You're just looking for any sort of secrets, Mercy?
Yes.
Okay. Kamu, what about you? Also doing some exploring? You want to talk to anyone, or etc. etc.?
What are the rest of our crewmates doing? Hawk,
Uh,
Meridian.
Vernon appears to be
Woman?
talking to Corin. Meridian is kind of like listening in on the conversation, but still also kind of looking around. Hawk is kind of in the upper areas, kind of looking up at like the glass.
Wait, so I can take my short rest now, right? Like I can take
Well,
my health back up.
do you want to take that right now?
Yeah, I want to explore after.
Okay, yeah, then take that. Go
yeah,
ahead. Spend your resolve point.
Yeah, Kyle sees Mercy do that. They're probably going to do the same.
Go
Rest
ahead.
now and then
Both of you
explore
may
later.
take your short rest.
It's like the way you phrased. I don't like how you asked us that. Like there's something that's gonna attack us.
A little bit paranoid, aren't we?
Don't ask when the DM asks questions. It's not for a good thing.
But
Perhaps.
yeah, so after you take your short rest, you feel refreshed. Mercy, you wanted to explore.
Yes, secrets.
Make a perception check.
16.
Okay. Kamu, what are you doing? Are you following Mercy, or are you exploring elsewhere? Or talking to someone? Whatever choice.
After we wake up from the short nap, are Vernon and Meridian still in a conversation with Corin?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. Okay, we'll join them. We'll listen in on the conversation as well.
Vernon's kind of like looking out. Kind of impressive you're growing things out here. I mean, the soil seems pretty deadened everywhere on this planet. I mean, frankly, when I came to Lazarus, I was pretty impressed that they were even trying to grow things, but you're having a bit more success. Yes, the plants here are quite stubborn, but I've had a long time to kind of coax them into growth. It's, this place actually has some fertile soil. It's not as barren as people would think. The atmosphere on Eox was ignited a very long time ago, and as with everything, well, time does heal most wounds. And that's about they're talking about how like the plants were managed to grow here and that sort of thing. Mercy, meanwhile, you start to creep around the different rooms. A lot of them are kind of desolate. You just see like empty rooms of like some like gardening supplies and like some seeds and everything. And but eventually you find what you think are Corin's like bedroom. Like there's no bed actually in there, but there's like a chair and like a couple desks, like a trowel and a couple of personal affects as you kind of peer into the room, but don't entirely step in it yet.
Ooh, the last time I snuck into a bedroom, I got scolded. I don't know if I want to do that again. What am I kidding? Of course I want to do it again. I'll go into the bedroom.
You enter in, and there are like a couple of tomes around, like a couple of books, a lot about like plant life. But you find a couple of things. You said you had a perception 16.
I can re-roll,
No,
I
no,
can
no, that's fine.
re-roll.
As you're kind of looking around, you're looking for secrets specifically, and I'll say with a 16, you managed to find, actually, like, underneath the bed, very dusty, you pull out this old, like, thick tube with kind of, like, leather and it's been worn. It has, like, a big kind of, like, golden, like, skull, like, emblem with, like, thorns around it.
Oh, that seems pretty metal. I'm gonna read it.
You kind of creak it open. As you do, there's like a hiss kind of sound come from it, and as you pull your hand back, you see like dried blood on the pages as you open it, and this appears to be like a necromancer's tomb. A lot of like the language is like
Oh,
in a different language. It's kind of like unreadable to you, but you get the sense that this is some sort of like necromancy magic book.
okay. Well, Kamu was interested in this stuff, so I will, just borrow it for a little bit.
You are free to take that book if you would like.
Hey, I will take it and leave. Oh, actually, can I? Let me listen if there's footsteps in the hallway.
You are listening for footsteps in the hallway, but you are distracted from a different
Oh,
sound as you hear white noise as a sound of static emanates. Uh,
ah,
Not from within your mind, as you look up and see on the windowsill is a radio that is emitting this kind of soft static. You didn't notice it until you got closer to the bed.
oh, okay. I will try to tune the radio.
As you reach out a hand, you hear a voice. I'd appreciate it if you don't touch that, please.
Oh, hi! I hide the book behind me.
Make a stealth check to hide the book, or sleight of hand. Make it sleight of hand.
Ew. I'm not ready. Okay, 23.
You kind of put the book behind your back as you see Corin head straight to the radio that you had like that you had tuned a little bit and tunes it back to the static.
Oh, are you sorry? Are you trying to get some sort of communication? That
Oh,
channel?
no, it's simply I keep it tuned to this channel. It's just an old man's religious beliefs is all. As you
What
see, he
is the
kind of like
belief?
tilts his head at the sound of the static emanating from the radio, kind of like tuning it to make it like as fuzzy as possible. Oh, I don't suppose you're familiar with there's an old Hadrigan tale passed down across about the web of the universe that calls to all of us. I'm not particularly religious, but, well, I do suppose I hold some deep beliefs.
You said web?
Hmm? Yes.
Okay. You wouldn't happen to be a follower of either the Devourer or that one lady.
The Devourer, no. I do know some undead are followers of the Devourer, but I personally never saw much merit in it. I wouldn't
Is that
consider myself affiliated with any one god.
oh.
Unless you will consider
So
the universe herself. Which some people do.
so is that including you? You believe in the universe?
I do. I would consider myself a devout believer in the web. Some may call it far-fetched. But I've lived quite long enough to not care what other people think.
Why? Where did you hear these things? What does the static have to do with the web?
Well, the static is how the web communes. They're really one and the same if you think about it.
Do you think it's a good thing?
The web,
The static.
I don't. I know with religions, many people have a belief to lean some way lawful, chaotic, evil, good. But I I don't think that everything does have a cut and dry moral alignment. The web, or the static as you refer to it does not have any wants or desires, or it does not have any ill wills or any good wills. It simply is. Would you ask of the stars as they shine whether they're good or evil?
I feel like it is does want something though. What if they say this web started communicating with you one day and sometimes it helps you and hurts others? How would you interpret that?
If I was spoken to by the web, then, well, I simply know it's not the web speaking to me, but someone else, perhaps myself. The web isn't, as I said, it's not really a deity. It's simply, what would you refer to nature as? It does not want to cause destruction, but it does not want plants to grow. It simply is. Fate, I don't think, has an alignment or a goal. It just happens. Of course, people can use nature to its advantage or to its disadvantage.
So the web itself isn't doing the communication, but someone is using it for nefarious purposes
Well,
in this hypothetical scenario.
I suppose I would posit that the web is the idea of the web is very interconnected with fate and destiny, that perhaps all of us are on a web, a strand that intersects with others. We don't know exactly how that intersection happens, but well, it's a part of our lives. Every day
I don't really
we
like that.
wake up and there are an uncountably infinite number of choices ahead of us. Perhaps in some realities we take those choices. We wake up, we quit our jobs, and move off to another place. Improbable, but possible. We would never know of these because we don't explore those paths, but the web sees all of those branches.
Hmm.
Although the idea
And what if I
of
don't want to follow
someone,
fate?
there isn't one fate. You are following fate whether you believe it or not. There are many fates that lay ahead of you, and you take one such path. Whether it is the fate that you were expecting, well, that is not up to you. Or perhaps it is. Either way, you are on a path. That path is one that you carve, and one that intersects with many others, and ones that you can still branch from, but you are still on it. It's just simply not the path you were expecting.
Hmm.
But the idea
Um,
of someone else, I don't know, controlling the web, I've certainly never heard of that before. It takes many of the uh, the congregation of dreamers that are around the Pact Worlds have dedicated themselves to attempt to commune with the webs, and as powerful mystics they are, no one has ever been able to really attune to it.
if someone was controlling it, you did mention that it might be yourself, perhaps from a different fate or path.
Well,
You
that
think
certainly could be. Finding connections. Imagine if you were on one strand of a spider web and a fly lands on the opposite. You'd feel the vibrations through it. You would know that there is some sort of change, but pinpointing it exactly, well, it echoes back down and comes back to you. It's kind of like speaking in an echo chamber. Perhaps it originated for yourself, or perhaps from someone else.
mm, do you know anybody who specializes in learning about the web? Well, you mentioned the dreamers. Is that like my best bet of learning more about the web?
I would certainly think so. Not too many are devout believers of it, but I do know the dreamers are at least more organized. Some play off fate as a farce, or even religious folks find it mundane that we don't have a figure to believe in, a deity with goals and thoughts. But there are some of us.
I encountered someone who believed in the web, but they also believed in their own god as well, the god of Irori. Is that possible to have dual beliefs like that?
I don't really consider. I consider it different than being religious to believe in the web, to believe in fates. Certainly, I'm not one to speak for other religions, what is considered as a heresy or worshipping false idols, but I suppose it would vary depending on the god.
Hmm. Okay, this has been very insightful. One
I
last
will say
question.
Iori is I believe affiliated with dreams, so it makes sense that many
Oh,
of the dreamers are would follow that god.
thank you. That was good information. Yeah, hi. My last question. Hypothetically, if someone stole something from you, like, would you? How mad would you be, or how devastated?
Make a bluff check at disadvantage.
The hell? 17?
Corin kind of gives you a look and says, well, although I don't have too many possessions to be stolen from, I would hope that those in good faith who come to visit me would at least ask to take items if they truly do believe it would aid them.
Oh. Okay. Well, um, you did say that your paramour was into necromancy. If there was like some remnant of them, could we take that?
Ah, you have found the tomb that resurrected me.
No, it's
You've been holding your hands behind your back very conspicuously this entire conversation.
I have arm problems. Okay.
If I could see that tomb one more time.
Ugh. Here.
You hand it to Corin as they kind of open up to this center page, and as they open it, you see kind of like runes inscribed and like a big like dried spot of blood in the center, and like you see wax kind of like this page was used in some sort of ritual. As Corin kind of like strokes their hand down it. As I said before, I wouldn't recommend dabbling in the arts of necromancy.
We
And they
won't.
close the book,
It's just for information.
and they kind of hand it to you. It took much of my paramour's life to bring me back, and again I have many regrets about it, but I cannot control what you do. That is something that you must decide on your own path and your own fate. Perhaps there is something that you find you cannot live without that you would like to try and bring back. I'd heed you caution that
Oh,
it may not turn as you would like it to, but it is your own fate, after all. And he hands you the book.
I don't like thinking about that at all. That's not gonna happen. It's okay. I don't need none of my loves are gonna die. I feel
I certainly
bad
hope
taking
so.
this. Can I just flip through the pages and screen record? Because I do feel bad taking this from him.
Sure. You can like take pictures of each. I would say a lot of them are irreadable to you, illegible to you. Like a lot of just like language you don't really understand, and a lot of them appear to be just like ritual pages, like a ritual was conducted here. But you can do like a scan through the book if you would like.
Yeah, I'll just take the pictures or record a video. I'm taking this
Uh,
one.
you do that then, and you do not take Corin's last testament to his paramour, who had sacrificed their life to bring them back from the dead.
Yep. Good.
But
Meanwhile,
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 Kamu, you guys saw
I'll
Corin leave real quick, saying like, Vernon was like asking about the plants, and then Corin was like, oh, I have a book actually about a lot of the fauna that used to be on here. Let me get it for you as they go back to the room. And so you guys are kind of left out here.
we don't have a lot of greenery on Silent Stars.
Oh, don't
Though,
tell me you're going to load that ship up with more junk. We have enough scrap metal as it is. And those server racks are still in our cargo bay, lest I remind you all.
yes, but hypothetically speaking, if you were to select a plant from these, which one would it be? Hypothetically, we're not looking to purchase any plants that are grown on the Eox or in Corn's garden.
I think you should ask Farm Boy that one. Vernon is looking over kind of one of these shelves, kind of like leaning down and kind of like pulling some like almost like fern fronds as he's checking it. Sorry, what? Someone mentioned me?
Ferns. It suits you well.
What? Oh, yeah. I mean, kinda strange that they're growing here. Not a lot of flower plants around here. I will say, being here though, kinda makes me a little homesick for TY7. I mean, being on that ship and all, not a lot of plant growth or smell of wheat or smell of flowers.
Well, we'd think that if that little plant would survive just fine with us on Silent Stars.
Yeah, I suppose so. Maybe I'll pick up, I don't know, a ficus or something on Absolute Station. As you see, he kind of steps back, and you see him, his eyes kind of like, he's looking over at all the fauna. And why don't you make a perception check for me, Kamu?
Ooh. All right. That is a 25 for perception.
You see Vernon's kind of like standing around, kind of like observing all the plants, and Corin has like kind of all the plants that are kind of around or growing up at the ground or hanging from like the stairs and everything, but also like more delicate type things that are like in these glass cases, like kind of in a row of like these flowers. And you see Vernon's gaze kind of linger on this one pot of this purple lavender for a bit before he moves on. And besides, it's just something else to take care of, and I have to make sure Mercy doesn't go and kill herself on any missions. But, you know what would be a good idea? Getting Mercy a plant. Make sure she can take care of something. A little show of responsibility.
Vernon. Lavender. It was Veneer's favorite plant, isn't it?
You kind of say this, and he's just like, staring at you as he looks back at the lavender. Yeah, I guess it was. I'm gonna go check out that map, make sure we're going to those right coordinates. Did Corin tell us where the hell these temples are? Or where we're trying to get these plants that Gorthram asked for?
Good idea. He's been gone for quite a little while.
Yeah, I'll go look for him. Vernon heads out to look for Corin.
Couple quickly, well, not quickly, but going back to Meridian. Certainly, you don't have a plant that is tied to your tragic path, no?
Oh, that's what you're looking for. Well, let me think. No. Frankly, if you're asking about my tragic past, didn't have a lot of plants growing up. I certainly didn't grow up in the plains, if that's what you're asking for. Sure, they're well enough and they, I suppose, make a nice basket or bouquet if you're gifting it to someone. But, sometimes those blatant shows of affection are really nothing more than a ruse or something to show for face. Now, a gun, that is a good gift to give someone. Practical.
Your input is greatly valued. Kamu gives like a slight tap to one of the plants.
Like the ferns kind of like close up as you do. Mercy, you have scanned through the book, and you now have it.
Okay, yes, you keep this book with you. This is your paramour's last thing, even though it's like really bloody and stuff, but it's yours. Thank you for letting me take pictures. Good talk.
As you kind of step out, one last thing, Corin says. I haven't had many visitors ask about the web before. Your hypotheticals that you had asked about your, if someone were to commune with the static, as you refer it to. I'm not sure where your fate will lead you, but I hope that you will find your way.
Yeah, me too. I hope I find my way too.
And Corin heads out back to catch you all. As you guys look up, you see it is that you are facing away from the sun. There's no like atmosphere, so the sky's not blue, or the sky is never blue. But you do see that it is like starkly like dark out, like it is nighttime. You are on the opposite side of the sun. As Corin steps out, I know you might find it unsettling to stay here with an undead, but the glass serpents get more active during the night. If you leave in the morning, it would be better. I prefer not to have. There's already so much death on the planet as it is. I try to stop as much of it as I can, as funny as that may seem.
Your presence
Mm.
is quite pleasant to us. It would be a pleasure to be able to stay a little, perhaps.
It's not too much. Dawn should be approaching in a couple hours. Maybe you can get a bit more rest. Nothing for, I'm sure, like a long sleep that I'm sure you all deserve, but it will at least be safer until then.
Just a
Perhaps.
side note.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, just a side note, Corin. The lavenders. Is that the only living one?
Oh, my sample. Ah, yes, my off-world plants. This is the ones I have on display. Would you like some? I figured you would come across it more than I, but I can snip you off a piece if you're trying to plant your own. A starter, if you will.
That would be great. It occurs to us that you are not the type to be interested in monetary supplements, but
I don't know what I would buy with the credits. Your company here is a pleasure enough. As they go over to the plant and snip off a little thing of lavender, kind of like a little bit of root, a little plant starter, if you will. Perhaps if wherever you are going, if you stop back here before you return to Lazarus, it might be safer.
that would be great. And for the trouble, Kama pulls out the music player that they won at at a certain arcade.
How long ago?
Well, a long time ago. At least, I think it's like at least 10 sessions ago. But
I need to look at your inventory.
it's the one it's the same arcade where Vernon dropped the coins and you play the card game with Meridian.
Mm.
But Kama will put the music player in Corin's hands and say, "We're not sure if you are a fan of music, but perhaps having a little around
You
could
see,
break the silence."
you see Corin's face kind of like light up for a second as they close their hand over this music player. Just like the days of bartering and trade, I accept this gift gratefully, friend.
The honor is ours.
If you're really grateful, could you like brew some herbal tea or something for our friend Hawk? He's like going through stuff psychotically.
Oh, that sounds terrible. I do have some calming teas. I could perhaps brew all of us if you think that would help your friend.
Yes, thank you.
We'll consider it. I'll make a brew before you all leave.
Thank you.
But Corin heads back into one of the various back rooms, and you guys have some rest time. Perhaps I will say this would be now where you would have taken your long rest. You guys have already taken it. Spoilers alert: there was nothing dangerous in the garden in the greenhouse, so you wouldn't have
Wow.
faced anything anyway. But as you all kind of like settle in, ready to prepare yourselves, kind of in various different nooks and crannies of the area. As you wait like a good 4 hours probably, Corin comes back with the teas as you all kind of like settle around. And you see Corin go up to I believe your friend recommended that you drink this tea. It might calm uh, any spirits that trouble your mind. And Hawk takes it. I'm sorry, what? It's all right. May you sleep easy. Okay, thank you. I guess I don't know what this is.
The night's
Hawk,
so short here?
it's like you guys arrived there at dark. So you have like by the time you got there it was dark. And so you only have like a couple like maybe like 4 hours until daybreak, in which the sun will start to shine. But in the meantime, Hawk kind of goes over to you. Did did Corin give you like a tea or something?
Yes. I also have tea. Alright, he gave it to all of us, right?
Yeah,
Make a
yeah.
bluff check.
Corin spread out the tea to everyone.
Oh, I see. Okay. Nice.
Yes. Cheers, hot.
Are we drinking this? It's not like poisoned or anything. I mean, Corin seems really nice, but like, do they also know what living people can eat?
Oh, well, they were alive once, so I'm assuming yes. Bottoms up.
Okay. Clink. He clinks it and drinks the tea as you guys have a nice night, well into midnight.
Did it help him? Does he still have the status?
We will find out. As you guys all kind of settle in for like a short nap or a short break. Like it seems the crew kind of gathers all around like the skiff, kind of like Vernon is kind of like leaning up against a combine, taking a short nap. Hawk has gone into the skiff to get a short nap. As everyone's kind of settling around, how would you guys like to take your rest? Assuming that you were taking your rest now, you already mechanically did that, but how do you situate yourselves for the next couple hours?
I do not want to suffocate in my sleep, so I get as close to the plants as possible.
You hug a tree that's sprouting out of the ground and get comfortable.
I'd say that Kamu probably wanders around the greenhouse a little bit.
Yeah, you find a couple of spots. There's like kind of like the overhead area. You kind of pass by Corin's room. You see there's kind of like lots of alcoves with like supplies and like gardening hose and shovels and that sort of stuff. There's like a water kind of purifier room that you see that's where they supply their water.
Nice place. And then Kel will probably sit in a random spot where there's no flowers and take a short break.
You sit down in the little tool shed, we'll call it. As you guys take your quick break, as the sun revolves in the sky until it starts to peek out over the edge of the horizon. Mercy, you kind of jolt out of your nap to a boot kind of nudging you.
Go away! 5 more minutes.
And here I was thinking you wanted to get off this planet as soon as possible. But hey, I guess I'll leave you to your nap. Make sure you don't swallow any bugs that might crawl out.
Oh, wait. Okay, I'm up. I'm up.
Well, glad to see you're joining the land of the living. Sun just hit over the horizon. I was talking to Corin yesterday. Apparently those glass serpents are less likely to attack in the light.
I thought this was the land of the dead. Ha 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 ha. Let's go.
All right. You see Vernon begin to start heading out, as everyone is starting to gather around.
How's Kazakh doing?
Yes.
I don't know. I didn't really check on her. I guess someone could.
Oh my god. She better not be gone.
Oh,
I run over to where she is. Do I know where she is?
I would say yeah. Corin kind of like there's like a side room where you saw that you like Corin kind of laid her down on this tablet and kind of like gave her in like anti venom and that sort of stuff.
Run over.
You rush over to see Corin in the room, kind of like looking over tinctures and stuff, kind of like putting things back in cabinets, and you turn your gaze to the bed that Kasich was on, and it is empty.
Orin! Where is Kazakh?
Oh, you're awake. You're still here.
Yes?
I
Wouldn't
thought
we
you
be?
left earlier.
Why did you think that?
Well, that's your Vesk friend. She awoken from her slumber quite just not a couple hours ago. Um, she asked about the state of the mission. Said they had to go post haste.
Which direction did she go in?
Well, I presume she was heading towards the temple.
Oh my god. Okay. Excuse me. Corin, it was nice being with you. I gotta go.
Oh,
Bye.
okay. Good luck. Did you want your the tea? As you begin to rush out to see Meridian is talking to Vernon and Hawk, like kind of in the central area. And Kamu, I would say you kind of like hear this commotion, or you hear Mercy yelling and running down the street, the hallway. As you guys come to the main area and you see Meridian kind of talking to Vernon and Hawk. No, I know where I left it, and it's not there anymore. So, since you guys were there with the skiff, I'd assumed you would know where the other oxygen mask went.
Ice. Kazakh
yes.
is gone.
Kazakh took the oxygen mask and left for the rooms, didn't she? We need to go.
Shit, and here I thought we could have for once a nice morning in. Alright, do we have those coordinates?
Close enough, do we?
I would say you do. Corin had given you the coordinates to this kind of like abandoned temple at the South Pole.
Okay, then let's go. Who wants to be land team?
Well, there's only 2 masks. It doesn't matter. People load into the skiff. Hurry. Hawk loads into the skiff as well as Vernon. Meridian kind of gives both of you a look before also hopping into the skiff.
No!
on,
You're
Mercy.
our healer! Oh my gosh.
Let's go.
Fine, let's. Okay. I run out.
You guys run out to the crack of daybreak, sun shining over the horizon, as you guys start racing towards the coordinates, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yes.
Alright,
Not leave it unclear.
as the people outside, why don't you both make a athletics check? You're going for speed.
Man, he could have at least left Combine for me to ride.
23 for athletics.
The skiff can go much faster than you guys, but it is ahead of you, but it is kind of slowing down to let you guys continue ahead. And as you are racing ahead, Kamu, you eventually start to catch up with the skiff. And eventually surpass it as you are racing towards where Kasuk had presumably went. And Mercy, you also see the skiff begin to slow down, and you feel yourself grow heavier.
What?
Kama, you feel it too as you like pass by the skiff, and you think. At first you think, "Wow, I'm really booking it. I'm going faster than the skiff," and then you also feel like you start to be weighed down.
strange. There's something going on.
I will try to shake it off.
Make a physical science check.
Oh,
Ooh, that's a good one.
goodness.
Physical
Is it
science. 26 for physical science.
15?
Kamu, you look back at the skiff and see that it is floating much lower than it was before. As it continues to go, and it eventually starts to sink lower and lower until it's scraping the ground. And as you kind of step back, you kind of fall back as your sniper clangs to the ground.
Skiff team. Is there magnetism?
I'm trying to. I'm looking. It seems to be hugging the ground. All systems are a go, but it's taking a lot more force. And I'm scanning for magnetic fields now. And Mercy, you feel the all of your kind of like your machete pull you down to the ground, still kind of attached to your hip, as it hits the ground.
Once we get past this area, there should be less of a magnetism pull.
But there's no way we can bring the skiff with us.
Yeah, I hate to give you guys the bad news. It looks like this thing's scent is only getting stronger the closer we're getting to that pole.
Oh, the pole is doing it? There's no way I'm leaving my weapons. Can I still, like, drag myself with the weapon?
You can if you would like to. You kind of like pick up. The further you go in, the heavier they feel. I will say.
Oh, fine. Can I board the skiff real quick and dump my metallic weapons?
You can if you would like to.
Okay, does that include the curse sword?
Yes, the cursed sword is actually. Let me think about it. Let me go through and think about all of your possessions real quick.
Yes.
Dude, I already know, like, my dagger.
I don't think the shock baton was metallic, although they could be.
It does have electrical
Probably,
elements.
that's how it-
I am going to go through each of your inventories. That's metallic, that's metallic, that's metallic.
Stop.
We have a lot of metallic things.
You do have a lot of, both of you have a good amount of metallic things.
I didn't think it would be a problem.
Oh, you never do. Jasmine, the cursed sword of Ilsgard is, in fact, it is mostly metal. However, your cold dagger is mostly either a non-magnetic type of metal, so I will let you keep the cold dagger. And Kamu, I will say the shock baton is insulated enough that it feels heavier, but it is not like immovable.
Okay.
I will also say, Mercy, the gluon shard that is attached to your Solarian, it's kind of like put into like some sort of metallic manifestation of a thing. So although you still have your weapon of your solar mote, your gluon shard cannot be carried with you.
Are you trying to get us killed?
A little bit,
Is this
yeah.
dumb staff? Is this
my
staff?
God.
The staff is
Is
mostly
the
metal.
staff-
It's like very hawked together.
Interesting. Would not expect that, although.
Alright. Let me just black this out.
Como drops everything except for the shot baton and Sting sniper.
The sniper, I hate to tell you, is mostly metal.
So you just have a baton right now?
They look.
I'll give you my dagger.
What? Is that not your only weapon, Mercy?
No, I have my solar weapon. I just don't have my improvement to it. How
much damage is your dagger? Just asking mechanically.
1d4.
That's the same. Don't worry about it.
Meridian puts in your hands, Kamu, she pulls you aside, and puts in your hand two neutron daggers, which are her daggers that she has. And they appear to be some sort of like aluminum thing. They don't appear to be. You see a lot of the metal inside the skiff too is like pulled straight to the ground. Combine like cannot get up. As you see, she puts this in her hands. I know you're already going to go after Cassock, so just go.
You told us guns would make great gifts. What does that make daggers? And then Kamu head off.
Whoa!
You give that sick fucking quip as you both leave, dropping off all of your metallic items as you head off towards the temple that you can see in the distance, or kind of like this ruinous structure.
Dude, if Casa dies, bro, did she get full health from Corin?
We'd expect as much. She did take a break of some sort.
Her condition is unknown to you guys as of this moment.
Let's just keep running.
Now unburdened by your magnetic items, you start to head towards, as you eventually see over the horizon, stone kind of structures, like call kind of pillars, and you see the broken remains of like statues outside, and lots of emblems, should you decide to look at it, but it seems you guys, whatever would you guys would like to do the second that you arrive to like the entrance of this temple.
I want to look around, but Classic might die any second. I gotta go. Can I just glance at them as I go past? See if I...
Sure. You glance at them and then you run past as you run into the a lot of stone kind of things. You don't examine it too much. You are going for speed immediately as you race ahead. Kamu, you are coming a little bit behind.
What if that was important? Hints on where we are.
Vesk insta-kill zone. Oh no!
That's funny. You know, I feel like I read that somewhere. Anyways, yeah, Kamu definitely wouldn't look at the statue. They'll be trying to get as close to.
Then
Mercy
both
as
of you
possible.
race ahead, coming upon, as you enter into this area, and this magnetic field kind of like in full force kind of centered at this area. But this seems to be like kind of ruins, like a lot of kind of structures. You see tunnels that go down like kind of underground, but at the top there's like in front of you on the ground this big kind of like stone mosaic almost thing in front of you. And there are lots of like statues that are half kind of ruined, sitting around you. And as you approach, you see the figure of a Vesk ahead of you, kind of standing at the front, way ahead of you, right next to this statue. As you see her pulled out a sheet of paper that she is like holding up to the sun.
What? I go over and try to tackle her or hug
Is
her.
that sheet of paper what we saw earlier?
You presume that it is.
We'd like to roll a perception check.
Go ahead.
I'm just gonna hug her.
24.
You see just before Cassock gets tackled to the ground, or actually, but just before Mercy makes contact with Cassock, which I'm gonna have you make a combat. I'm gonna have me make a combat maneuver roll, Mercy, for that. So go
What?
ahead, because you're attempting a grapple.
I think it's
So it's just a normal.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a normal
normal
it's a normal melee attack roll.
Okay. Oh, that's 23.
23, and her KAC, not quite. You were pretty close, though. I'm not gonna lie. You rush up and like hug onto her behind, not like tackling her down, but you manage to cling. As Kamu, you see the piece of paper flash in your hand as she turns around, and this is what it is. She turns to you. Small Solarian, you have arrived.
What is this drama? Can I see the do I see the paper too?
Make a perception check.
Just damn it! I'll talk to Kasuga while I'm like trying to stretch my head around to see it. Kasuga, I'm here to save you. I got a 28.
Kasich is not, unlike Vernon or perhaps more secluded people in this room, Kasich is not trying to hide this actively from you.
Oh.
It's simply by her side as she turns back to you. I was not expecting you to come so quickly.
Of course we would. We are your Yinsado.
Perhaps I should have presumed as much.
Did Rudia draw that for you?
She looks back at this paper before she kind of folds it and tucks it back into her armor. These ruins that we are in, I did not know before. Although I have been on Eox, I did not know what type of history was here. As she turns and you see, now that you are here in this space, looking around, you see the big kind of emblem in the middle of the ground. Is that it's a mosaic of a sun. And as you look at like the different kind of columns that are around, there are kind of like different figures like reaching upward, and it's a lot of like sun symbology.
How could this be? Eox is so far from the sun.
I am not sure. When I had gotten into fight with Glass Serpent, I saw Sarenrae as I was nearing the moments of my end. She had spoken to me. I knew that I had to leave early to find this temple that we were sent to. Although I left the Sun Disciples, it appears that I cannot escape Sarenrae's light. She is ever watching as she looks back towards like the sun that is risen over the horizon. You met Rudia's sister and her mother.
Yes.
When I met Rudia, back when I was on missionary, he was simple merchant boy, running that shop. I did not pay him much mind. I had my role to Sarenrae to fulfill. He would often make very bad deals, not a good merchant. Sometimes often talk too much rather than sell stock. I did not think it was a good way to conduct business. When we came back that one day, couple months into missionary, we found that the wall was broken in. The glass serpents and the creatures had attacked Lazarus. We ran as quickly as we could. I split up the group so that we could cover more ground, and I ran back to our camp to get supplies. I had prayed to Sarenrae that I would not find corpses on my way. Sarenrae has a funny way of granting prayers. I did find many bodies, but that of creatures. Beheaded head of serpent, sliced on ground. It turns out someone had taken our weapons before I could arrive, and had slain the serpent himself. It turns out that Rudia is better fighter than he is merchant boy. That is how we met.
Hmm. But why you wait?
Tell
Mercy hasn't
us,
seen that.
when Rudia chose to become Helsiga, when Rudia chose to become part of Sun Disciple, was that more for Sarenrae, or was that more for you?
If he had chosen, it would have been for Sarenrae. But it was not his choice. I had grown fond of Rudia, my moonlight, and I did not want to see him go come the end of my missionary. In my selfishness, I told him to join me on Sun Disciples on Burning Archipelago. And he accepted. I knew he was a good fighter, but I never presumed that perhaps he was even better than me. He had faced. Some people welcomed him, others treated him as an outsider. But I did not care what that would do, because I was with my moonlight, and I did not imagine a place without it. But Sarenrae punished me for my selfishness, and Rudia was chosen as Helsiga, not me. Every Sun Disciple, when they are born, they grow up learning about Sarenrae's teachings. We consider being Helsiga the greatest honor, to sacrifice all that we have, to protect all that is important. I do not grow up with family or friends in the way that you think of them. I have a community, I have my Yansado, but they are different. They are not something I consider truly mine, but shared among the Sun Disciples, and I would give them up for my devotion to Sarenrae. That is simply how we are. You and Rudia are not like me. You have possessions and homes and people, things that matter when you give them up, when you sacrifice them for something beyond yourself. Rudia was chosen as Helsiga, and when he returns, he will come back to find nothing that he has ever remembered. His family long dead, his home perhaps gone. All sense of familiarity he has had will be erased. For Sun Disciple, that is nothing in the plight of Sarenrae. But for an outsider, it is a cost too great. And I know that when he returns, and he steps out and see a world that is changed vast beyond what he is expected, he will curse the day that he met me. That is the penance I must pay for my selfishness.
You don't know that. Maybe when he's done with his pilgrimage, he'll be just glad to see you, and all he'll be sad about his family. I don't think he'll blame you for it.
Perhaps the worst part is I will never know. I will also be long gone when he returns. Not even there for him to exact revenge upon. He will be left with nothing.
Cossack, have you spoken to Corin?
The Hadrogel I had awoken to strange face. I had almost killed them, but they assured me that they were the ones who had brought me back here, after you had attacked me outside of ship.
Yes. We won't say anything if you are still mad at us. But Corin's partner had resurrected him without him consenting or knowing. He was brought into new life without the people that he loved the most. But yet he's found a life, and a new life, and perhaps time will wash away the grief. Perhaps Rudy will be fine.
Make a diplomacy check.
Oh boy. Oh, okay, all right.
Natural one.
Can we just go find him? I want to just go find him.
To find Rudia.
Yeah, you're
You-
not a Sun Disciple anymore.
You had seen him.
And no, but I want to. I want to meet him now.
You know where Rudia is.
Wait, what? I do?
Back on Burning Archipelago, we had seen the El Saiga, a site not even permitted to Sun Disciples. And for a second, you all remember when you were on the Burning Archipelago, underneath the ground, where you had activated some sort of internal mechanism in the islets and teleported the islands to the other side of the sun, safe from like this oncoming asteroid. But before you did that, you went to a third place of blinding light where you saw 7 kind of like crystalline structures. The Hell Saiga, the pilgrimage, it is within Burning Mother.
So they
So-
just stay crystallized for a bunch of years?
Nah. For our
They're cautious
Eldel
of-
years. I am learning your ways of numbers. I believe you would say 700.
But why? Like, I thought they were gonna go out into the universe, I don't know, doing stuff, but they're just crystallized?
They must use their greatest powers of photon and graviton to protect all that is important. That is the meaning of Hell Saiga.
So, like, are you saying that they were the power source? Like, that's why we were able to teleport the archipelago?
The purpose of the Hell Saiga is a deeply held secret among Sun disciples. It is one that has been kept for generations. The consequence of revealing such, especially to an outsider, is to have one's throat cut down and their tongue cut off and thrown into the Burning Mother's embrace, while their corpse is launched in the opposite direction of empty space, never to feel Sarenrae's light again. But I am no longer Sun Disciple, so I tell you. What do you know of Burning Mother, as you call her, Sun?
I don't know much about her at all, really.
But she is a giant reservoir for energy and heat.
She is very powerful. She grants life to all in the Pact Worlds. Her sunlight embracing all of Sarenrae's children. You know that I worship the Church of Burning Mother, a branch of the Radiant Cathedral. The Church of Burning Mother places greater importance on Burning Mother than on Sarenrae herself. They are both very important in our culture. However, the Church of Burning Mother believes that the Hell Saiga are in fact not protectors, but chains, stiflers of Burning Mother. They wish her to be free. Burning Mother is old, ancient, there at the creation of Pact Worlds. But she is older still than she should be. When stars die, they encounter supernova, I believe as it is called. A great destruction of all of the Pact Worlds in a fiery blaze of light and glory. Burning Mother is long past her time. The only reason she does not erupt and flame and destroy all of Pact Worlds is because of the work of the Hell Saiga. Church of Burning Mother believes that instead she should be free. You can see the cost. At odds with Burning Mother's freedom and with Sarenrae's pact to protect all of her children. That is where these religions differ.
But
We
surely there's a way
see
to
it
keep
now.
the sun going without using humans or Galarians.
If that
You
is,
just have to find a way.
there has not
Is that what
been
you
the way found for many years. If you would like to experiment and perhaps risk burning the entirety of these packed worlds, that is not something for me to comment on. I asked if you believed in something greater than yourself, than your own life. Us Sun Disciples, this pact to Sarenrae, to protect everything of importance, all life in this galaxy, that is our uphold most belief, and we sacrifice all that we have to protect it. Can you say the same?
No, because what is the point of sacrificing what I love for everyone, you know? If the world burns because I save my loved ones, then so be it. I'm gonna find a way to save Rudia by I don't know, there's just gotta be a different power source. Sun just needs power, right?
It is exact opposite problem. Sun, if the Hell Saiga impose a you would call restraint on Burning Mother.
And then something to suck it away. I'm sure we can find some weird Icarus tool that can do that. Their whole symbol is a sun. So there's still hope. You will see Rudia again.
She comes over to you and places a hand on your shoulder. There are some things bigger than us, Mercy. But your drive to cure all of that is evil in this world is commendable. I believe Sarenrae would find you a worthy disciple. We have
Makes me feel
missions
sad.
not involved with Burning Archipelago. We must find plant, perhaps.
Yes.
If a plant exists within this these strange ruins, there might be something that explains why this cave is the way it is.
Perhaps. I believe that, and there is a sudden shout from the other side as you guys are facing, as you hear, Kassak! As you all turn, and you see a figure walking a blazing kind of trail of this golden kind of energy and light behind this figure, silhouetted hard to see against this like backdrop of night, as you see fiery kind of like orange hair and these kind of sunken eyes and the flowing garb of a Sun Disciple cloak.
I mean, that's not
As
who
you
it
see
is.
Losok uprise over
No.
the edge of the ruins, standing, looking at you all. We're supposed to take a break.
I think she needs to take a break.
Sorry.
Are you ready? Are you good? Do you need to take a break?
No.
Kassak! Rudia kind of like pins this staff forward as you see as he kind of like stumbles forward. This blazing kind of sun energy emanating behind him. As Kassak turns back, Losok, I was not expecting to see you here. You may have tried to escape Burning Archipelago, Did you really think you could leave a traitor after what you'd done during Dryardra? Losak, I am afraid you have me at a disadvantage. Uh, he casts out this kind of staff, and there is a eruption of flame around him. You know what you did. I knew you to be a deserter of Sarenrae when you enacted Dryardra to leave, but I never would have thought you would have worshipped false idols and turn your back on her towards evil.
Losak,
Quiet!
it was us.
Whoa!
As he kind of points his staff, you made me concede, you foul beast. Could not even give me a warrior's death. You use some dark magics. Kasuk kind of pulls
also-
out her glaive, like completely ignoring that you said that was me. Losak, I would, as you see, Kasuk kind of pulls out her glaive and slams it on the floor. I would never betray Sarenrae, Losak. Left the Sun Disciples, I have. But Sarenrae is still my guiding right light, and she is the one who can judge me.
For Sarenrae's sake, are you to death?
I am sorry that Losak has returned, Shadow Walker, but it appears that he has unfinished business with me. I do not know what he speaks of, this dark magic.
The last time we fought, we used the power of static to stop you from killing Losak. We forced you for a fight. Losak.
Losak kind of like narrows his eyes. You speak of this static, this dark magics you used. You were the one who forced me to concede.
Yes, if you're looking for a duel to gain your honorable death, then it should not be with Kasuk, it should be with us.
I see.
Yeah.
So Kasuk has... I knew you were suspicious when you arrived on Burning Archipelago. She brought you outsiders into the Radiant Cathedral to leave Sarenrae, to spit on her name. Very well. If it is all of you, I had come here content with only eliminating the traitor. But it appears that there are more traitors than I had assumed. And he swings his staff and the flames kind of erupt around all of you as he pulls it out. Perhaps a death for Sarenrae you want, Kasuk. Then it is one you will get. Everyone please roll for initiative.
I don't want to kill this guy.
Then perhaps you should find another way. In combat.
I'm not using the stat. Or
You're gonna put Kasuk's BGM into this?
Of course I am. Who do you think I am?
Of course. Who gets the better one? Kasuk have a 23, and Kamu will have a 12.
Okay. Gamu 12, Kasuk 23. Mercy, what'd you get? A 4?
yeah.
Okay, excellent.
No.
Let's go back to battle maps.
I don't want to kill this guy. He's just like stupid.
Gosh.
Oh, we didn't even get to look at the statue.
Turn this back. Let's go. There we are.
You still have your stun gun, right? Can we just freaking knock him out?
You can make non-lethal attacks with a lethal weapon at a -4 attack advantage. To remind you of the mechanics.
Does he have to be low health to be knocked out, or can he just be knocked out at any health?
No, you have to get his health to 0. And knockout works essentially.
Zero.
Instead of killing him, you would do you would just knock him out.
Oh.
So as long as the final
Okay.
blow is non-lethal, it will not kill him.
I pull puppy eyes on Kamu. Kamu, please. I know this guy really wants to die a warrior's death, but like this used to be this used to be Kasuk's friend. He's just like misguided.
We'll do
I will
what
say,
we
if you
can.
guys would like to make any sort of checks or persuasion checks during combat, you are free to. But meanwhile, Kamu, you are first up on the turn
Persuasion.
order.
Interesting. Okay. Let's think about this.
What if he's at 1 HP
Well,
right now? How does he
activate-
look?
We'll activate Cloak and Field.
Okay.
Cloak and Field.
Make a quick stealth check for, or so you're not concealing just yet, but you activate cloaking field, so that is active.
Yes, I believe that should be a full action, unless you are allowing like a bonus action or a part of a full action to hide.
Is activating cloaking field a full action? You would know.
That is true. That is true. I am checking again. Oh hell. Okay. I'll do this. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh my god.
I will also
is
say, for the
that
sake of this
why?
stage.
That's your cosplay?
Yes, I'm dressed as Kasuk. Hello.
Oh.
I suppose this could be Losar as well. They're both Sun Disciples, so I would consider their fit the same, but...
It's the Sun Disciple.
If you guys haven't gathered by now, this is Kasuk's episode. This is...
Yeah, I mean, when...
I figured you had
I
gathered
didn't know
that.
freaking Kasuk was basically married.
When the lore
Damn.
came out, I'm like, this has got to be Kasuk. But yeah, I believe I should still be able to hide.
You may take your hide if you would like.
After.
I will also say, for the sake of this
Okay.
combat, I will be fighting as Kasuk.
Okay.
So
I
you
did
have
not
less
make her
to
do
worry
something.
about herself.
Yeah. Usually, like, I would be fine with you controlling the character, but like this one, you're gonna make her kill him. I know it.
Well, that is for you to figure out. We
That's
have
for
some
you to
background
figure
to
out this time on the Sound of Static.
I rolled a nat 20 on hide. It was not necessary, but it was.
It's definitely not necessary. You vanish so much that it looks like you blink out of existence. But after that is Kasuk's turn. You see her kind of gird at her sword as she looks forward, as she looks back to you. This is not your fight, my Ensado. I would not fault you if you turned back to finish your mission.
No, we're gonna mess up your fight. We are not letting you kill each other. Well, I am not letting you kill each other.
I do not wish for Losok to die either, but I do not believe he will pull his punches.
And we won't either until the very last one.
If it is between him and you, I will protect my new Yensado. And she dashes off ahead. 5, 10, 15, 20.
He is an asshole for like just like turning on her. Oh, you're not Hellsaiga? Ooh.
She is going to rush up. What she got? What she got?
I won't give this guy nicknames. He's just sad.
Great. She's just going to use a standard attack on the slot.
Damn! Kazak's married.
She runs up to Losak and slams her glaive. Losak kind of like moves to the side and kind of catches it with a fist as flames kind of erupt as they are kind of in this lock. After Kasuka's Mercy, you're up next.
Does a 12 hit?
You are shooting at Losak.
Yes.
A 12 does not hit.
Fuck. Alright, then I'll just move over to here. Is this covered?
You will see. You do not know what Losak has currently.
I don't trust that man.
He also hasn't moved yet, so he can just move.
That is true.
However, he is a bit engaged right now.
Oh no, but I'm just asking, like, is this a column or something, or is this just like a tile on the floor?
Those things are like columns, so they are like things that obstruct your view.
Okay.
Hold on, I'm just going to some stats. As it is now, is that your turn, Mercy?
Yeah.
As you see him kind of pushes like fists together as they begin to erupt in this flame. Now let's see, what is he going to do?
Just surrender, please. Blow up.
5,
Accidentally.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. He will not. He's just going to do a standard attack against Katsup right now. As you see ahead of you, his fists kind of erupt into these flames as he lands these punches as Kasuk takes 2 blows kind of across the face.
Ugh.
And she's kind of like knocked back. It looked like a significant amount of this damage.
Don't worry, Kazak, we're with you.
Kamu, you're up next.
Okay.
If I could hit.
5, 10, 15, 20, 30. 40. I can't quite tell that. Are we within range to...
I'd say that's within
attack?
range to hit Losak.
Okay. We'll make...
Forgot you don't have your sniper.
Right. But we can still make trick attack.
You can.
Which means we could, yeah, move up to our speed. With a melee weapons. Okay, just any small arm, yep.
What is Kabu without their sniper?
Not bad, actually. So, question. Will a 30 land the trick attack?
Will a 30 land the trick attack? It's 20 plus CR, correct?
It should be 20 plus CR, yes.
Then a 30 will land.
Alright. Just about. And will a... Oh, I can't add pluses. Will a 25 land a regular attack?
A 25 will land a regular attack as well. You get your trick attack against Losak.
Okay. In that case, I will go ahead and roll damage. Do Losak bleed?
Losak does bleed, yes. He is a
Does bleed.
tiefling, so he is capable of bleeding.
I could have done that if I had my sword.
Okay. 1 sec. Gosh, where's my 1d8? Oh, it's this one.
I'm giving up on real life die.
Meridian Daggers. Sorry. 1 sec. 2d4. Oh gosh, I'm rolling so much
That's
right
so
now.
annoying, man.
Okay,
He's a
D4.
Solarian, so he's gonna blow up when I blow up.
He's not just a Solarian, he is a boss fight Solarian, which means he has legendary actions.
Dude, why am I not a boss fight Solarian?
Because you are a player.
I can be a boss.
I can't give you legendary actions.
Boss. Why not,
is-
bro? You can do anything you
20,
want.
20. Oh, hold on. Let me see. Is
I thought we were friends.
28 points of damage.
Woo-wee!
Wow,
You
what?
see, that's trick attack, baby. You
Yep.
see
That was a good roll.
Losok about to land another punch at Kasuk when her guard is down, and you whoosh in with your daggers, slicing out of nowhere as you like appear as he stumbles back, kind of blood in a gash kind of across his neck as he looks at you. And Kasuk is going to attack right after. And she's going to you see her blade glow with this kind of graviton energy as she raises it and begin to attack.
I hope he has a lot of health.
As she kind of raises her glaive up, like a harsh kind of, you see burn mark across her cheek, but she raises up her glaive and slams down. For maximum damage, oh, this is a lot.
Wow.
So that is going to be 12 plus 10, 22, and she was using Blade in the Night, so 23 damage as she slams her blade down. You guys working in tandem, one right after each other, as he gets hit and kind of like knocked back. As you see Losok taking this hit, kind of rushes back, and he takes out his fists, and they erupt into flames. Kamu, you and Kasuk get enveloped in like this kind of shimmering orange photonic light. You can kind of smell this like burning kind of smell in the air as Kasuk steps back. Don't move! Mercy, it is your turn.
Okay. Am I in that?
You
weird
like
stuff?
peer over the column and you see Kamu and Kasuk are in like kind of enwrapped in like this photonic light. They're not taking any damage or anything, but Kasuk has just shouted, "Don't move." But you are not in this, whatever effect this is.
Okay, well then I am going to stay at a distance over here and throw my weapon. Or wait, no, I have a gun. Right away. That's more damage. I'm going to shoot. Does a 22 hit?
A 22 is going to hit Losok.
Yay! Asshole. Alright. There's a lot of damage though, so I'm gonna take my next turn to just do a perception check. God, I haven't used this weapon in forever. And damage?
Are you using your stellar mode, by the way?
Ooh,
That might, yeah.
Your solar flare, right?
Oh God.
solar flare.
Yeah.
That does fire damage, correct?
No! You misunderstood me, sir.
So you
I'm
said
using my
solar
cold
flare,
back
so that will be
Dude.
you fire your
Dude.
shots off at Losok, forgetting
Oh my
perhaps the
gosh.
bane of your existence on the Burning Archipelago, which is fire resistance.
Dude.
As you fire
I
off
thought
at
he's-
Losok.
Dude, what is he? He's not Afridi.
Oh,
I thought only the Afridi and the lava monsters had that.
They have fire, I believe, immunity, but Losok is just a mere tiefling, so he has resistance. You have fought Losak before, so this was there then, and you knew this. So,
Oh, what? I forgot.
as you
Oopsie.
fire off your shots at Losak, and he looks over to you to see that you have
Look at me.
attacked. Let's see, he's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20,
Stop! What are you doing?
25.
I'm like the most innocent person here. I don't
You
even
are
wanna
associated with a traitor! But more importantly, you see as he steps behind him, these flames begin to... He's leaving behind this trail of flames, which I will now document.
No. What's wrong with him? What's going on? Why is he so powerful? Why am I not like that?
Perhaps that is a check that you guys should make. So let's see, what's was here. This is flame, this is flame, this is flame, this is flame.
Wow.
In fact, he's gonna leave. He's gonna move one more to maximize. As you see him, kind of like this, almost like manic look in his eye. Although Losak has looked better. Like when you had seen him, he was kind of like his hair now is kind of more shaggy and like loose, and his cloth is a little torn, and he has like this kind of like wild look as he readies his fists as he rears back and takes a punch at you.
Dude, he's not even like doing normal powers. He's just punching himself. What is that staff for? Did he always have that?
He did not always have that staff. As you're looking at that staff and you're wondering what is that staff for, and you get hit across the face for 21
Ow!
points of fire damage.
Where's my fire resistance?
You are a halfling, so you do not have any. But you take this burning hit across the jaw and have flashbacks to when you were fighting Drysada, the Afridi, on Burning Archipelago. But that is Losak's turn. Kamu, top of the round.
What?
Okay. Kam's going to look over to Kazakh and say,
If you move,
what's
you
wrong
will
with
burst into flames.
Wow.
okay,
What type of
Kazakh,
move
what's-
is that?
You will.
Kazakh, what's
It
wrong?
will hurt, but you will survive.
What's wrong with Losak? Last time we met, he was not like this.
I
Agitated,
believe.
yeah.
I believe that perhaps I had misunderstood how much Dry Ardra would drain him. We used to be close once. I think perhaps having to forsake his god with his own mouth has perhaps muddled his mind. I could understand if I was in his position, I just might kill me as well. Shadow Walker, is it true what you said, that you used the dark magics to force him to concede?
Yes. We didn't want you to kill.
I understand what you had thought. Either way, we are living with the consequences now. I believe that he truly believes the only way he can face redemption is to destroy me, and you by extension, and as it looks, the young Solarian as well.
Dude,
It does look
I'm
like it.
tired of you guys thinking that sacrifice is all there is. I'm not killing this guy. I want you guys to learn that there is more to life than just sacrifice.
You yell out from this, like, holding your burning cheek. Kamu, what are you going to do?
Okay. Kamu is going to... Actually, I do have a question.
Yes?
Hmm.
It's my darling.
I'm under the impression that rubber pellet grenade is not full metal.
I will give you rubber pellet grenade. I will say that will not be
Okay.
magnetized.
Very nice. In that case, we'll yeet the rubber pellet grenade. It has a 15 feet radius, so we'll place it right here. And we are definitely within range. It's a 20-foot range to throw.
Yes, you can definitely hit only Losock with the positioning is right that you can throw the grenade and only hit Losock.
Yay!
Let me not cover the face of Losock.
Is that an non-lethal? What does that do?
You'll see.
It's a rubber pellet
First
grenade.
of all, I do not want to. Okay. Anyways, how do I make it? Oh, come on. Anyways, we now know that it is there.
And I believe it doesn't leave like an effect behind, right? So you don't need to know that it's there for after this turn.
It's 1d10 damage, and then Losock will have to roll a
Reflex save.
Reflex save, yeah.
Cool.
I hope you
11
fail.
plus Dex.
Okay. What's the DC on it?
It says DC 11 plus Dex.
So your Dex.
My Dex, which is decently high. It's 15.
Okay. Let's see if he saves.
For half damage.
You see that this grenade goes off, and he slips on his footing and dives again. He has a skill where you can re-roll reflex saves, so let's see if he passes the second time. You see the grenade go off, and for a second it looks like he's going to get hit, and then he dives off to the side, just managing to save on that ability that he has. But he is prone, so he is on the ground right now. And then, so he takes half of whatever that damage, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
1d10. Got to roll 1d10. Oh shit, this is not my 1d10. Where did all my... There we go. That is a 6, so he'll take 3 points of damage.
Okay. The pilots go everywhere. Mercy, you kind of have to shield yourself a little bit from it. As it is now Cassic's turn. I should have been preparing this.
Hold on. It is technically it also will set days for 1 round.
Is it regardless, or does saving stop the days?
Well, it's when I copied it, it says save 11 plus Dex Rev halves. I'm not sure if that's I will copy and paste it in there just in case. In game. Yeah, this is what it is.
What is this? The rubber bullet grenade? Rubber pellet grenade.
I will let you decide whether it sets days.
I'm pretty sure I took this from Starfinder, so let me find. Is this? Oh, you know what? This also might have been the time where I screwed up the grenades things, so you might actually have a different grenade that does the days. Because I think it's different.
Oh. Don't worry about it.
Deflates after striking their targets.
Yeah,
generally saving stops the thing.
Okay.
So I'll say he is not dazed for now.
Okay, very well.
But you're prone. Look at how stupid you look.
Yeah. Usually the effect is canceled if you save. So, feature. Cool. But you did hurt Losock. As you see the grenade comes up, although he does kind of dive to emit the brunt of that force, you see that Cassock instead, like kind of a swirl of graviton energy emits around Losock and slams into him as she uses Draining Agony to do some additional damage as a reaction.
Nice.
Add your level to the total damage. So instead of taking 3, he takes 9.
Pretty handy skill.
Pretty handy skill. And that is her reaction, so she still has her actual action. Let's check this real quick. What's she going to do? She's probably just going to use Terrifying Flex as she, from her space station area as she is, she lets out a terrifying roar. Intimidate check. 10 plus enemy wisdom. And she rolled incredibly high, as Losak is like about to, still kind of on the ground, looking up at you, Mercy. He is suddenly like covers his ears as Losak, as Kasuk lets out this terrifying roar, and he is now shaken. And that is your turn, Mercy.
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to tell me this every time. What does Shaken do again?
Shaken, I believe, has, let's see, to attack rolls and saving throws. So his AC is still the same, but he attacks, his attack is lowered. And he's also not as good as saving throws.
He's still prone, right?
He is still prone, so if you use a melee attack on him, you will get a +4, I believe, to the attack.
What about a combat maneuver? Is that also...
That is a melee, so I would consider that, yes, that you would gain that bonus if you use a combat maneuver.
Then I would like to do disarm at 31.
Okay. You do disarm at 31, which is enough as you run toward him and grip that staff and you shove it over to the side as it clatters on the ground. And Losak kind of looks at you with this kind of crazed look. Unlike you, I do not need weapons to attack, as you see his fists kind of glow with fire, and he is going to take his turn immediately after you.
Dude! Stay on the ground.
He will not. He will take the half movement to get up from prone. And what else is he going to do? He won't do that. He won't do that. But he will.
Just cry. I thought he would have been like controlled by the staff, like that one goblin dude.
The staff was definitely not a part. I will be honest. I added the staff because it looked cool. It is not a part. It is not a critical.
Damn it!
It's like a walking stick, really. It's like not like magically infused or anything. Also, Mercy, what you would know is that the whole thing about Solarians is they can't really be disarmed because their weapons are like inherently a part.
Right.
Oh.
So
you told me that before I did it.
Use the pain to whack Mercy. If not for the fist.
He slaps you with the stick. That is going to. That's a 28 to hit.
Dude.
No, sorry, that's a 23 to hit. That was not that crazy. As he rears up his fist and he kind of like uppercuts you with this flame attack for
1 damage.
It's definitely not at 1. For 23.
Oh my gosh.
And that is top of the burn, Kamu. As you see Losak punches Mercy, the effect around you of the photon particles disappears.
I'm gonna get him like pummeled with that. Can you at least not do it in the face? Like, I need to preserve this beauty.
What is it, Shadow Walker?
Is the effect on you also over?
Nay, it is only temporary. It has worn off by now. Push your advantage. Push your advantage.
What advantage?
We are not with Photon. It was just a cool battle thing to say.
Oh,
You can walk without being on fire. Go, go!
Is
Yes, please
is Cossack
help me.
Is Cossack attuned?
This will be coming up next. Is going to be the third round, which, yeah, this is just realizing this is a fight with 3 Solarians. So yes, everyone will be, or everyone that is not
Everyone will be
disproportionately, Revealed will be, attuned. Actually, Kasuka goes, like I am broken cycle graviton, Losok is broken cycle soul photon. That is why he hits hard.
We see.
Yeah, don't worry. I'll blow him up before he blows me up.
He will have supernova next.
Just keep your distance.
We can't
Oh wait, he can like
attack
run
now.
up to us. Yeah.
We could run up. That is the thing.
Okay, just spread out then. Don't let him take all of us down at the same time.
Losok is one of our quicker movers.
Cossack,
Perhaps not as fast as you, but certainly faster than me or the small Solarian.
Damn.
Cossack. Mercy. Careful. Come, is going to activate cloaking field and hide.
Okay. Make your stealth roll.
I'm pissed. Why is this guy so much stronger than me? I'm Solarian too.
You were not trained in the ancient temples of the Sun Disciples for your entire life, willing to risk your life for your god Sarenrae.
I will risk my life for my villainous era. I
30,
trained from comic books and TV shows.
35 for stealth.
35 for stealth. Let me see. Yep, Losok cannot see you.
Okay. I do not have anything.
This guy's freaking psycho.
We're going to
I
move
wasted my last
5,
turn.
10, 15, 20 to here.
Okay. Is that your turn, or are you going to do something else?
Can we ready an action?
Yes. What action would you like to ready?
Ooh. Interesting. Let me go back and double check what ready an action does.
Needs to bake cookies and give it to Losok, and hopefully he'll calm down. Maybe he's just hungry. He's hangry.
A move or
You're not you when you're hungry, and then like flash cut of Losok with like flaming hands, like beating up a rock.
This poor man. I'm gonna force him to live though.
you can take the action.
Live and you like it.
Can we ready an attack when we're not a melee attack when we are not in?
Yeah, you can ready. So essentially, just readying the attack is the trigger. The thing is, the trigger may not happen. So if you want your trigger to be if Losok gets within range, then I will do a melee attack. You can do that, but he might not come into range.
Okay, we'll be here then, and we'll hide.
Okay. And you're gonna ready that action, or
Yes. Ready an attack action.
okay. In that case, it is Kasuk's turn.
Do not come too close, please.
She will not. You see her actually take a step back as she pulls out her glaive, and like you see graviton energy start to emanate around her. She is also readying an action. Mercy, it is your turn.
I'm blowing him up,
Go ahead.
or he blows me up. That is 22 damage.
Okay, I will roll his save. What do I have to beat?
Probably 15.
That sounds about right. Let me look at everyone else's
Yeah.
saving. Yes, okay. And this is reflex, correct?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I really rolled low. Can I roll
He
again?
did not save, so he will take the full damage halved.
22.
You
Wait,
see,
oh,
because
fuck.
he has
Dude.
fire resistance. As you go up to him, and you blow up in this tent, and you see him like pull up a hand as he doesn't dodge it. The flames kind of licking at his skin and like burning his cloak as you see like a fiery eye poke out between you. You were not trained
Yeah,
in the ways of Sun Disciple. Allow me to show you what Sarenrae's might is, as he
No.
rivals your supernova.
No. No. I'm moving away first, bro. I did not take my move action.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
1, 2. God, where can I go? Is this a wall over here? It's a wall. Can I escape over here, outside here?
You actually hear Kasuk yell out to you, "Small Solarian, he is faster than you!"
I still gotta try, bro. I still gotta try.
Put your fate into Sarenrae's hands!
What?
Trust in me, Magensado! I need a split-second
okay, I guess I'll
decision
just
from you.
die.
Are you going to stand there?
Fine, I'll die then, I guess. Sarenrae!
You stand there in a split second in your indecision as you see Losok pull his hands together and begin to erupt. And behind him, you see that energy that saved that held action from Kasuk. As he uses Supernova, she is going to use Black Hole.
Dude, and what health is she at?
So let's roll some stuff.
Is she still at 1? Is this not
I'm not updating the crew sheet because you guys do not know
Okay.
Kasuk's health right
Yeah.
now. Because I am playing as Kasuk.
Dude. What the?
And you see Losok get pulled back 10 feet out of range of 10, 15. Yes, out of range for the supernova to hit you, but within range for Kasuk. As he gets launched back and explodes into this fiery kind of sun. And let us see what happens to Kasuk now.
Dude. I'd be so pissed if you kill her here.
Right after you found out her tragic backstory, it would be quite bad, wouldn't it?
She needs to see her husband, bro. What the fuck?
I'm now going to roll an insane amount of damage.
What are you Roll low, bro. Roll low. Oh my god. Oh my god.
As a final gesture, perhaps.
No!
Is static attunement suggestion a reaction?
I will say it's more so an action. If you are you trying to stop him from blowing up Kasuk right now?
Yes.
You know my intention well enough.
I would say this has happened a little too quickly for you to stop.
Okay.
Just to let you guys know, Kasuk does have very high reflex save, probably for this. but she rolled a 2. As you see her kind of get enveloped in this giant explosion of flame. And that is Losok's turn. Kamu, you are here seeing the ashes begin to dissipate as you see Losok and Kasuk in a tussle. Both of them are looking pretty bloodied.
Oh my god. Use the stun baton or something! Come, please!
Kamu will rush over to...
As they're kind of fighting,
over.
Losok kind of holding Kasuk's glaive. The fight of Dryardra is over, Losok. I had considered you a Yansaldo. I do not want to see you die like this. And perhaps you should not have betrayed Sarenrai, Kasuk. I considered you one of my closest allies. As they continue to...
You turned your back on her first. What do you mean closest allies?
Is it our turn? Yes.
It is your turn, yes.
Or... Okay, Kamu is technically still in hiding. So... You know what? We'll go back to... you know what? This is a good spot. We're going to use... Kamu's going to use Shock Baton.
Okay.
With a trick attack. I believe.
I'm
Does
going to
trick
think
attack
about if
also
you can
do
use a trick attack
non-lethal
with
damage?
non-lethal. I don't think you can.
How low is he?
I told you he looks
do a
bloody.
Perception check. I don't know what that means. Is that enough for a shock baton?
Who knows? You know what? I will let you do it with, I'll let you do the shock baton with trick attack.
Oh, very nice. Okay. Let's roll. Is a
Nobody has to
37
die.
going to hit the trick attack?
A 37, yes.
And is a 19 going to hit Losok?
A 19 will just hit Losok.
Well then. It's roll time again. 6.
Rachel, please.
Meridian's weapon is...
This is your child, right? These are all your children. You
4.
created them.
I did.
Don't
I
let him
care.
die,
I care very much for all of them. But alas,
So
this is their character growth that must happen.
No! We don't need any of that.
I love Kasuk, and I'd be very heartbroken if she died and didn't have to and wasn't in the rest of the campaign. But
Just don't do it.
that's up to you guys.
Can I shove my poison potato down Losok's throat?
I think that would kill him.
Oh, yeah. 25. Okay. Is a 27 going? 27 points of damage going to do it.
You wind up crackling your baton. And Kamu, how do you want to do this?
Okay. I imagine Kamu probably smashes one compartment in the... This shock baton has been with Kamu for a while, actually.
Quite a while.
Thought goes back to Cillian City when Kamu throws the baton into the water. But anyways, Kamu smashes one part of the baton so that the whole baton is essentially crackling with electricity, and then just lunge into Losok.
Losok's still kind of in this grapple. with Kasuk. You see them both duking it out. Luke was also a warrior like us, but he should not have been some disciple. He should not have been Helsaiga. It was not his duty to bear, and you knew that, and you brought him here. Kasuk, I had grown up with you, and we were warriors, but the plight of Sarenrae is not one meant for those not of our caliber. And he continues, the fact that you would leave, the fact that you take up with these outsiders, these aliens not of the Burning Archipelago, and still claim to be preacher of Sarenrae. How could you leave the Burning Archipelago? And you see, as she is kind of grappling with him, like blood kind of running into one of her eyes. Losak, these outsiders, as strange as they might be, they speak of things that I am not familiar with. But perhaps their ways are their own. And perhaps Sarenrae watches them, not as disciples, but as her own children that we are here to protect. And just as he says that, you materialize out right beside Losak, and he barely you see he turns his head to you last minute as you slam him, and he gets shocked with this electricity and launched back into the dust, trailing kind of like moon dust around him.
On the ground, Kama, who's also currently on the ground, will say, we're no warrior. We're not bound by your rules. But Kozlok does not wish for you to be dead.
He lays on the ground, unconscious, with the final blow from the shock baton. And for all intents and purposes, you may leave combat.
Yes!
Kasuk goes over to Losak's body and kind of leans down next to him and turns back to Kamu. I suppose I should have expected that you would not be willing to kill Losak. You were not during Dryardra. I commend your mercy. I too am glad that I did not have to send him to Sarenrae so soon.
You think he'll keep coming after us, though?
We wouldn't have done it if it wasn't for you.
She nods and she takes Losak and slings him over her shoulder. We will bring him back to Lazarus. At least it is a place he is familiar with. I am not sure what he will be like when he awakes. Perhaps this will only fuel his fire and his hatred. Although, I do not believe it was hatred that fueled his actions.
We might not know him well as you do, but we do not believe that it is hatred that fuels him either.
I believe Losak as well as myself. We were both excited when they were choosing Helsaiga that day. We had thought that perhaps it would be one of us. I do not believe it was jealousy that fueled him, but rather grief. The loss of someone we had considered a comrade, who we did not believe deserved the fate of losing all that they had to become Helsaiga. I think we both believe Rudia would be better off if he were here on the Ox. But that is not the path that was taken. I believe he needs time to process.
He has a weird way of processing, nearly killing people.
He does believe that we are heretics. As far as he knows, I have worked with you to betray Sarenrae, to muddle his mind with evil magics. I did not know that you possessed such spellcasting ability. You have never shown it.
we'd rather never used it.
Perhaps, all that is said, you did save Losak's life that day. Had he not conceded, I would have killed him for the sake of Dryardra. Whether he comes to terms with the fact that he is alive now or not is in Sarenrae's hands. The best we can do is to bring him somewhere safe, where he will not be eaten by Glass Serpent. Where is rest
That
of
would
crew?
really-
I do not see them here.
They are there. Have you not experienced the gravity? Well, not gravity, magnetic pull outside.
Ah, I see. Magnetic pull. When I was walking, I found it quite strange. My gravitonic mote, of which I have my Solarian crystals, it had fallen to ground, and I had trouble picking it up. I figured it was better to leave it.
Make sure to pick that back up on the way.
We shall find it on our way back.
Wait, but are we here? Is this the place with the plant?
There were some tunnels I did not explore. I believe that Orc had mentioned the plant was perhaps underground.
Okay, then you go back,
Gothram did
Casa.
mention that.
I want to stay and get that plant so we can get out of here.
She starts to head off in a direction before she turns around. Which way is back to Greenhouse?
Castle, for the time being, feel free to stay with us.
Perhaps it is better we stay together. We could try to restrain Losak should he wake up and decide to continue taking his revenge.
Yes, please. Oh, can you just burn the restraints off? Do we have chains?
I do not bring chains with me freely. I can just... She kind of like pulls him in front of like her chest and just like squeezes him. I could just hold him.
Okay, if you're not afraid of getting burned.
I have burned many times on Burning Archipelago. I would not have pulled Losak back with his supernova if that were not the case.
We have leather. It will be burned away, but it'll hold for now. Easier to carry, perhaps.
I kind of want to see Gossip carry him like that, though.
Strange taste, Mercy.
Whatever.
We're going to go ahead into the tunnels.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys head down into these tunnels. It gets immensely cooler as you head down. And there's kind of like the faint dripping of water that you see off of the sides of these kind of cave walls that lead down. And as you do, you kind of erupt, after going for quite some while, you see this kind of like open, kind of cavern that opens up. It's very quiet under here.
I picked up his staff, right?
Yeah, sure. It's like a walking stick.
Hey. Oh, okay.
Here, I'll make stats for it right now.
No, I don't need to do that.
It doesn't have high attack power. He didn't like use it to attack you. It's just like a walking staff.
Oh, don't make things for it. It's fine. We're walking.
It's not a fire breathing special grade.
Yeah, you get the ultimate fire breathing special task. It looks very different from the staff of the Goblin King that Kamu had picked up. This is just like a nice brass walking staff.
First, I get a useless staff, and then I can't bring my cool demon sword, and then I lost my mysterious device. It's just like...
But moving on, you guys, as you're groaning about that, as you're looking at this staff and you're like, this doesn't have any cool Solarian shit, this is just a walking staff. You guys enter into these caverns, and after a while, you kind of come across. There's kind of a wind that blows in, and as you do, you hear kind of a faint, like humming or tonal sound. And going through the tunnels enough, you eventually come across this open cavern where you see sprouting out of the ground. Looks like they've been here for quite a bit. These almost like coral-like formations that are kind of like a conically shaped in these like kind of rainbowish like marine type colors that like sprout out of the ground.
This is nothing.
We'll poke it.
What's on the surface of Eox?
You poke it, it feels like pretty sturdy, almost like bone, that type of material. It's kind of like hard. It doesn't seem to budge from its place in the ground, just giving it a poke.
Are we sure this is a plant?
I have not seen anything like it on the rest of Eox. Perhaps this is the only way that things can grow here, outside of an atmospheric barrier or a greenhouse.
Okay, then let's pick some and be on our way. And I want to look around to see if there's more mosaics, because maybe there's something. This is a Solarian place, right? So I want to see if there's something to stop that sacrificial nonsense going on with Rudia.
Go ahead, make a culture check. Kamo, you meanwhile lean down and you kind of like break off pieces or pick up by the root this kind of coralline structure as you take your sample. And I'll say you have gained the mysterious kind of plant sample. As like the wind kind of blows over the top of it, it kind of like makes like a blown bottle type like a noise, and like the cave kind of fills with like this faint almost music.
I'm eating one.
You want to eat
I got
one?
nat 20. No, I want Kamu to try eat one.
You got a 20 on the culture check?
Yes.
Mercy, as you are looking around at this place, you start to like kind of brush your hand across walls, and like it comes out with moss and dust, but behind it you can see like carvings and like words, it seems like, not in a language that you know, but you do see kind of pictorials as you kind of clear away enough to see a giant pictorial of the sun.
Zug, come over here. Can you read this?
This is the text of Sun Disciple language, but it is ancient. It is not of a dialect I am familiar with. I can read some words, however.
Tell me the words.
You see like this pictorial is like of the sun, and kind of around it there are like these 7 crystals actually that are like just little diamond etches around it, and like kind of like waves emanating off of them. They mention, it is not will be in terms familiar to you. They mention Hell Saiga and Garmonia is eternal rage. It seems to speak about protecting of all the light, and this word I do not recognize. This is some old temple, it would appear. It is in reference to the Hell Saiga. These waves, I do not quite understand. She kind of like points at like there's kind of like waves emanating off of like the crystals in this pictogram.
Maybe it's something to help release the Hellsaigas from their duty.
I would not make that
Take a
assumption. Yeah, you can take a picture of this as you take a picture of this mural, and that's what you get.
Yes. Why wouldn't you? No, have hope, Kasuk. There's gotta be a way. Whatever the waves are, maybe that's some sort of power that can substitute the Hellsaiga.
This mural, it speaks of Hellsaiga, of eternal destruction. I believe it is more of a warning.
Eternal destruction. If we like don't offer Hellsaiga up, but no. Maybe it's talking about the Supernova. There's gotta be a different way.
It is difficult for me to decipher, but that is all I can tell you.
What about Losak? Could Losak do it?
I do not believe Losak has much information on ancient dialect. Even so, it will be difficult to convince him to read the mural for you, since he considers you a traitor to Sarenrae.
That's true. Do I have a marker on me?
What?
Some sort of writing utensil?
Are you gonna draw on Losak's face?
Maybe.
You do not have a marker on you.
No, I need vengeance somehow. This guy's an idiot, and I need him to know that.
Small Solarian, I know you do not understand the ways of Sun Disciple, and I do not wish you to. But it is a way that Losak and I have been born in, and one that we find. There is not another way that we would wish to live. You face anger at
No.
Losak for his rage and the anger that he wishes to give upon us. But I am afraid that emotions sometimes control all of us. I do not fault him for his attack against me. If our rules were reversed, I think I might do the same.
Well, that's why I'm gonna fix everything so that you guys get Rudia back, and then he won't be grieving anymore, and he won't be fighting anymore, and everything will be fine.
Kasuk, you say this is the only way that you would wish for it to be. If given the chance to start a new life with Rudia, away from Sarenrae, away from duties, would you have done it?
I am not sure. I am the way I am because I was born of Sun Disciple. Who is to say if I was born somewhere else, I would not despise Rudia. I would be not Kasuk, but someone different. The fact is, today, I am Kasuk Sunwalker Vabrin, born on Burning Archipelago, devoted follower of Sarenrae, ex-Sun Disciple of Burning Archipelago, and a member of strange crew called Silent Stars. That is the Kasuk that you see in front of you today. A different Kasuk, I do not know what she would have wanted.
True.
And as Kasuk of Shining Stars, we have fulfilled the mission by strange Orc Man on Absalom Station. I believe the rest of our crew perhaps have waited for too long for us.
Yes, let us head back while the sun is high.
And may Sarenrae guide our path.
Wait, let's take a selfie.
What?
What?
There's beautiful coral flower things around us. I want a memory of this moment. Memory of my promise to help Rudia.
I am unfamiliar of this selfie you speak of.
Don't worry, just like hold up Losak and smile.
Like this, she holds him up like a cat.
Perfect. And then I take a picture of all this.
The click of your comms terminal resounds as this memory, now immortalized in your photo roll, as with your mission completed, a unconscious Losak over your shoulder, you guys begin the steps you take to close out your mission. And as you head out of the temple and start to find the rest of your crew, now perhaps with some answers about Kasuk's backstory, but still more questions yet for you to find out next time on the sound of
Hey,
static.
Joe.